I'd like to thank everybody for being here today. This demonstration is actually part of something that we've been doing for almost the last 6 years. Can everyone hear me? Yeah? Okay, we've been doing this for the last 6 years. Every single month, first it was every single week, we've been outside the United States Embassy right here. You can see the nice little flags flying outside, laser beamed onto the embassy. Well, we've been here holding a presence. We said that we would stay here, we would do something until Guantanamo Bay shuts down. We started doing that in February 2007, and now it's November 2012. We're still here. So this is actually something we would have been doing last week anyway. And we would like you to join us when we have our next one, which will be to mark the International Human Rights Day, which is on the 10th of December. So please join us then if you can. Now, 4 years ago, there was a president, well, he's president now, but he was then just a candidate for the American elections called Barack Obama. He asked us to believe in a change that we could believe in. And we did believe in it. And one of the first things that he did was that he said, and he put his name to it in writing, was that he would close down Guantanamo Bay and he would end the military commissions. Instead, we're still here 4 years later. As David said, we were hoping that we wouldn't have to still be here. And instead what we have is we have a president who, as some people have pointed out, is actually an administrative lawyer. And what he's actually done is he's held the first war crimes tribunal for war crimes allegedly committed as a minor since World War II in the case of 26-year-old Canadian Omar Khadr. He's extended the use of drone strikes. He's held a number of other military tribunals. The funny thing about the military tribunals is just that a few weeks ago, a federal American court decided that you couldn't actually charge and you couldn't try and convict people of offenses that don't actually exist. So the chances are that all of the military tribunals are just about to be undone, and a number of other American federal cases involving the so-called providing material support for terrorism might be undone as a result as well. But we're a campaign, and as many people have said, it doesn't really matter who wins the election tonight. It's, as long as human rights are going to be a loser, it doesn't really matter who wins. We are a campaign, and one of the things that we do is campaign, and we would like everybody to be a part of that. We support the various people who've been here today, the Save Shakarama campaign, Free Bradley Manning, Afia Siddiqui, all of those people who are facing injustice all around the world, particularly people who are victims of torture and arbitrary detention. One of the things that we will be doing, because it's almost 11 years since Guantanamo Bay opened up, is on the 11th of January, which is a Friday, we will be holding a day of action. We've called it All Roads Lead to Guantanamo Bay. You might find some of the leaflets around here, and we'd like you to be a part of that. What we're planning on doing is holding a number of tours. It's 11 years of Guantanamo Bay. We're going to take the stories of 11 prisoners, and we're going to retrace via the embassies that have been involved, because it's not just the Americans who are involved in all of this wrongdoing. It's not just the Americans who torture and are involved in arbitrary detention. The British government's involved, various European governments are involved, African, Asian, not the Latin Americans for the time being, but I'm sure we'll catch up soon, have been involved in extraordinary rendition, have been involved in torture and arbitrary detention. So we will be retracing their steps. We would like you to be tourists for the day, even if you happen to be from London, and take part in our tours, particularly for the nice little media people with cameras and stuff like that. We'd like you to join us as embedded journalists. Unfortunately, it's not quite as exciting as going around Iraq, but I'm sure we can find things for you to do as well. And then we will end that at 6 p.m. on the 11th of January, so you can put this in your diaries from now, with the demonstration outside the US Embassy. That will be a silent embassy. It will be a vigil in support of the 160 odd men who remain in Guantanamo Bay. And thank you everyone for being here today, but we would actually like the whole place to be filled up. So please do join us and get other people to join us as well.